Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Beal Early Childhood Center Building Committee for Tuesday, June 9th, 2020 at 5 p.m. to consider a variety of agenda items. Under the current operating agreement, we will begin as a preliminary matter. James F. Kane, Chairman of the Beal Early Childhood Center Building Committee, please permit me to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Sandy Fritz.
Present.
Erin Boucher.
Present.
Keith Baldinger.
Present.
Bob Cox.
Present.
Patrick Collins.
Present.
Christopher Girardi.
Christian Girardi is present.
Kevin Mizikar.
Present.
Joseph Sawyer.
Present.
Valerie Clemmy.
Present.
And relative to anticipated speakers on the agenda, Deb Scher.
Present.
Walter Hartley. Katie Crockett. Sean Brennan. David Fontaine Jr.
Present.
Frank Payer.
Present.
Good evening. This open meeting of the Beal Early Childhood Center Building Committee is conducted remotely, consistent with Governor Baker's Executive Order March 12, 2020, due to the current state of emergency in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts due to the outbreak of COVID-19 virus. In order to mitigate the transmission of the COVID-19 virus, we have been advised and directed by the Commonwealth to suspend public gatherings, and as such, the Governor's order suspends the requirement for the open meeting law to have all meetings in a publicly accessible physical location. Further, all members of the public bodies are allowed and encouraged to participate remotely. The order, which you will find posted with agenda materials for this meeting, allows public bodies to meet entirely remotely, so long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless participation is required by law. This meeting will not feature public comment. For this meeting, the Beal Early Childhood Center Building Committee is convening by telephone conference via Google, as posted on the town's website, identifying how the public may join. Meeting business ground rules. We are now turning to the first item on the agenda. Before we do so, permit me to cover some ground rules for effective and clear conduct of our business and to ensure accurate meeting minutes. I, James F. Kane, will introduce each board member or staff member who has a lead role in the particular item or guest associated with this item on the agenda. After they conclude their remarks, the chair will go down the line of members first and then to the staff, each inviting any questions or comments. I will then call upon the members to offer a motion and then a second. Please hold until your name is called. Further, please remember to mute your phone when you are not speaking. Please remember to speak clearly in a way that helps generate accurate minutes. By way of past practice, I will ask Vice Chair Fritz to make the motion and the town manager to second that motion. For others in attendance, they're expected to present. Please hold until your name is called to present. Please remember to mute your phone when you are not speaking. Please remember to speak clearly in a way that helps generate accurate minutes. And after your presentation, members of the board or committee will be given the opportunity to ask any questions. Finally, and as a reminder, each vote will be taken in this meeting as a roll call. If there aren't any questions, I will now move to our formal agenda regarding our meeting having been previously described as off-site. For this meeting, members of the public who wish to listen and watch may do so by dialing 1-347-554-7479 and entering a code 721-032-987, or by visiting the shrewsburymediaconnection.org website. Item 1 will be the building committee has completed a tour and thorough tour given by the site superintendent. We are now going to move to the traditional meeting. Is there a motion regarding the acceptance of the meeting minutes of May 12th, 2020?
So moved.
Comments?
Second.
Is there a second? Motion has been made and seconded. to accept those minutes, all those shall signify by saying aye when I place the roll. Ms. Fritz,
Aye.
Ms. Boucher,
Aye.
Mr. Baldinger,
Aye.
Mr. Cox,
Aye.
Mr. Collins,
Aye.
Mr. Girardi,
Aye.
Mr. Mizikar,
Aye.
Mr. Sawyer,
Aye.
Mr. Kane, aye. Moving to the next item on the agenda is to review and act on the following bills, schedules, and warrants. Fontaine Brothers, Inc., requisition 16 for $2,682,754. LPAA Incorporated, invoice 1717-2005 for $69,545. PMA Consultants, LLC, invoice 04110-36 for $72,134.46. And Applied Graphics, Inc. for invoice 21152 for $930. Any comments or questions on these matters? If not, may I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor shall signify by saying aye. Ms. Fritz,
Aye.
Ms. Boucher,
Aye.
Mr. Baldinger,
Aye.
Mr. Cox,
Aye.
Mr. Collins,
Aye.
Mr. Girardi,
Aye.
Mr. Mizikar,
Aye.
Mr. Sawyer,
Aye.
Kane, aye. Moving on to item 6, hear reports, review, and act on the following matters. Report from the owner's project manager regarding project financials.
Okay, this is Deborah Scher speaking. We sent out the standard budget summary, and I'm not sure you folks can see it or not. There's been no adds to any of contracts, whether it be LPAs, Fontaines, or PMAs. So our total contract value remains $82,826,321. Invoices costs through May 2020, $29,762,410. Which leaves us a balance to finish of $63,046,864. Encumbered to date remains as it was last month, $83,942,585. Leaves us a remaining project budget of $8,866,689 based on the $92,809,274 PFA amendment dated May 10th, 2019. Total pro pay submitted to date is $24,724,841. Reimbursements received to date, $10,143,934. We don't have any pro pay reimbursement submissions pending. What we're going to do is we're going to do one big pro pay submission in June that will cover the invoices at the 5/12 meeting and this meeting. Are there any questions?
Thank you. Thank you, Deb. Everyone did receive that report from Val in the committee package. Thank you, Val. Are there any comments or questions for Deb? Okay, Deb, Kevin had mentioned to me earlier today that there was a desire to move the meeting from the second Tuesday to perhaps the fourth Tuesday of the month in order to assist in the facilitation of the requisition processing. Did that come from PMA?
Yes, it did.
Very good. Do you want to formally make that request? If so, I'll ask the members to check their schedules and see if that Tuesday, the fourth Tuesday of the month at 6 o'clock would make sense as the standing meeting.
Yes, PMA would like to make that request on behalf of the project.
Very good. If I could ask the members to take a look, get back to Val, if that works for you folks. Now, do you need a stutter step meeting in June, or are we all set to go toward the end of July?
Think.
It's no big deal. You can advise us later. It's just that, people are probably going to take some version of a vacation.
Right.
And I always want to ensure.
I think that we can just jump right to the fourth Tuesday of July. I think that will be fine.
Very good. If you need something in between, just coordinate with Kevin and Val, and obviously
Okay.
we can get together the committee.
All right, Walter, if
All
you
right,
want to
good.
jump in and say something different, but I think that we're okay to just to go to the 4th Tuesday in July. Okay, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay, I did not hear, by the way, I did not hear Walter on the original roll call. So if Walter is present, Valerie, please note that.
I thought he was going to be, but I'm not sure.
No, we saw him on the tour. Perhaps,
Right,
who
yep.
knows? But we'll validate that later.
Okay.
All right, anything else from the owner's project manager? Any comments or questions from committee members? If not, all right, thank you very much, Deb. Appreciate it.
No problem.
6B, report from the project architect for the project update. Katie?
Presentation for everybody.
Excuse me,
Sorry, we're
Katie.
having.
Excuse me, Katie. It sounds like you're in an aquarium. It's not quite working.
Can you hear me better now?
No, that's even worse.
Oh man.
Okay, Katie. Katie, if you can hear us, why don't you put it on mute? And we will, while you figure that out, we will move to the report from the construction manager. Frank, are you there?
Yes, sir. Hello, everybody. Thank you for
Hey,
joining
how
the
are you?
tour. Good, good.
Thank you.
Everything schedule-wise is going according to plan. Just in regards to ongoing activities moving forward, you'll see the roadway going in around the perimeter of the building in June. We're hoping to see the gas company bring our gas line in this month. Precast will be starting the 24th of this month at the lower base of B. Continuing on with roofing, metal studs on the exterior, masonry. It's just more of the same moving forward.
Now, Frank, we had talked earlier about concerns prior to COVID, but concerns with getting some critical supplies on time. Are you continuing to not experience that?
Yeah, we've missed that completely, other than the brick. We were hoping to see brick in June. We're told it's going to be in July. We're tracking that closely with Taylor Brick, and that was so far the worst that it's been. But it's not unsurmountable. We have precast going in 2 weeks here, and we'll go, and then at that point the brick should be coming right behind them. So we shouldn't miss a beat. I'll feel much better when I see bricks on site.
Does that threaten any deliverable schedule or just a previously conceived workflow?
No, just the workflow.
Very good. And you continue to have no illness, as we understand it, from COVID-19 or related challenges?
Correct.
Very good. Thank you. Any further comments or questions to the construction manager?
Mr. Kane, this is Kevin Mizikar.
Yes. Yes,
Uh,
Mr. Mizikar.
I know that Frank would probably just tell you that he's just doing his job, but I've noticed over the past 6 or 8 weeks, he's really stayed on top of Eversource to make sure that this project will receive its gas connection in timely manner and not have any hiccups. And he's really kept the pressure on them. And as a result, we saw some headway today through an email that, will likely be in June. And I don't want to jinx the projects, but I just want to say this is why we pick a company like Fontaine, and fortunate to have people like Frank at the lead on items like this. Their experience and diligence really pays off for the town.
Jim, could I jump in? This is Walter.
Yes, Walter.
I just wanted to let you know Katie and I were having a little bit of audio trouble. We're in the trailer right now, and if she needs to come down here and speak for her presentation, I have my computer straightened out and I'm on the call, and I agree with Deb on the request. So I think we're good now.
All right, very good. Kevin, thank you for that comment. It is clear, you're right. To date anyway, it's certainly clear that the crew is working extremely hard at keeping everything on on target, getting beyond the trade issues, now dealing with COVID-19 and having really never missed a day's work. It's a credit to everyone on site and within that entire team that was assembled. So thank you. How is the schedule, Frank? Are you comfortable with that?
Yes. Yes.
Very good. Any other things that are keeping you up at night that we should know about?
I told you, Jim, I told you when we first met, everything keeps me up, but I'm used to it, 37 years doing it.
So I should just keep it soft.
And then you'll be able to talk.
It's going extremely well. We have cooperation across the board from the design team to the owner's project manager to the folks in the town. And I want to thank you, Kevin, for those kind words. But it was also, I've reached out to Seth Colby and he was able to help the process. The contractor only has so much clout, and it helps when we got a little bit of pull from the town. So it was a collaborated effort and much appreciated.
Very good. Comments or questions for the construction manager before we return to the architect? Not hearing any. So we will return to 6B, the report from the project architect. Katie?
We are ready for Katie to talk, and she's going to use my microphone and speak. But she's not going to be able to hear you guys, so I'll relay any questions or comments as she's going through the presentation. Can everyone see the presentation who has a camera on?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I can see it.
Okay, so I just speak. Okay, all right. I trust you all can hear me. Okay, here's the grand presentation. We have a design update for you that we're really very excited about. If you remember, at the existing Beal school, this mural is on the wall. It's done by Peter Reynolds, who is an artist, and he did this as his first mural in a school back, we figure, about 15 years ago. And the different administrators and teachers in the school over that time have been using this mural and the motto on it as part of their curriculum. Make your mark and see where it takes you. So I'm going to bring this up so you can even see that bigger. So we, as you have heard before, have gotten this professionally photographed, and we're reproducing it and remounting it in the new school. And the location is in the lower lobby area. Now, this is a high traffic area. Lots of kids will be going back and forth to recess. The play area, the parent pickup and drop off is here. It will be used sometimes as a community entrance, as a little bench. And so we're pretty excited about this. You may also remember that we have planned a major mural, which would go from the entry of the building all the way through to the library, which is then going to have the butterfly garden outside. But you might remember we had shown this beautiful, in our opinion, photograph of a tree as a placeholder for that mural. But with a lot of different surveys, we got about 50-50 results. Either people loved it or they hated it. And so ever since then, we've been trying to find an appropriate substitution for it. And as a group, we thought, well, if everybody likes Peter Reynolds for the Make Your Mark mural, maybe we should reach him and see if he'd be interested in working with us to develop the mural for this. And lo and behold, he has agreed to do so. And this is a recent photograph of him. He has become extremely successful in his whole, as he calls it, sort of philosophy of art, and this mission that he's really started in Beal with a mural at the existing school. He now is an extremely successful author. This is a screenshot of a marketing piece that was done by Scholastic Books to showcase him as a person, and he has published a number of books with them. He has educational foundations and organizations, including an animation studio at the Children's Museum. And so he was extremely excited about the opportunity to almost bring his art career full circle and do the mural for Beal. So we are working to commission him to do that. The actual artwork does have some money that's associated with it. In order to be able to fund this, we reached out to our local friend, Robert Turkanian, Chief Joseph, and after hearing the whole story about everything that he wants to do, that Peter Reynolds wanted to do, Chief Joseph has very generously offered to donate $100,000 to the Beal project, of which a portion will be this mural, and the other portion will be his signature landscape features, which you may remember from the public library and the Wheelabrator facility. So we're working with our landscape architect now to take all of those landscape features. This is the butterfly garden, which will be right outside the library, and all of the play structure areas to integrate lost wax bronzes that are appropriate for the particular theme, as well as a variety of the wind sculptures that you may remember so fondly. So we're extremely excited about how this developed over time. It's been a bit of a road, and there's many people to express appreciation for on this. But I thought we would end with this, because very recently the Obamas opened the Presidential Library in Chicago and chose, let's see if I can make this, I'm not seeing it, chose a book that was by, this doesn't look like it's really happening here, I'm not seeing it.
Trying to play video.
Yeah, I don't see the,
It's working.
oh, good thing I've got Walter here. We work as a team. Their first book to read at the opening was a Peter Reynolds book. So I don't know if everybody can hear that.
Can everyone hear that?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
That's great news, Katie. Thank you very much.
Katie, we can't. I can't hear the video. At least I don't know about anyone else.
Sorry, I thought someone said they could hear the video. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I apologize for the technical difficulties, which are no doubt due to my prowess. However,
We'll send the link.
it is, I think all of the building committee members got this. But it's a fun story about a little boy who collects words and how they are used. And it's very emblematic of what Peter Reynolds' work is all about. He said, I'm not an artist. I'm not just an artist. I'm not just a philosopher. I want all of this to come together into something that the schools and the kids and the community can use. So I do hope you get, it's a 5-minute video. It's not very long. Get an opportunity just to listen to it to get more of a flavor of really the honor, I think it is, that we have Peter Reynolds working on this particular project for us. This is extremely unique for him. He hasn't done something like this before. And additionally, to have our local benefactor, Chief Joseph, helping us with this is going to make this, I'm confident, a very special project. So that is our full report.
Oh, that's great news. Thank you so much. It's I think it'll be a fantastic addition to the building, and it certainly allows nearly the full completion of the building committee's desire and objective of
Any
taking
questions?
those critical elements from the building to the new building. So thank you. That's great. Any questions for Katie? No comments or questions to the project architect?
No.
Okay, we've dealt. Yes, sir, Mr. Sawyer.
Thank you. I just want to say on behalf of the school department that I'm particularly
Joe, are you there? Patrick, can you run over? Patrick's in the parking lot. I could do play-by-play. Patrick is approaching the vehicle to get the superintendent's attention. I don't think we can hear Joe.
I think so.
So you just have to start from the beginning.
Here we go.
I'm sorry about that, folks. All right, can you hear me now, Mr. Kane?
Yes, we can, Mr. Superintendent.
Okay, my apologies. I just want to say, first off, thank you to Katie Crockett and LPA for really going above and beyond to really push on how they could try to find a way to make this design element really work for the school. I think it's going to be extraordinary to have an artist of the stature of Peter Reynolds having a signature original piece of art in the school will be remarkable. And I want to thank, of course, Chief Joseph, Mr. Turkanian, for his generosity that will make that possible, as well as some of the landscape architecture elements for which he's so well known in town. So on behalf of everyone in the school department, just want to say a big thank you. We're very excited about this coming to fruition.
Thank you very much. Any other comments or questions on this item in particular? Great work, Katie. Thank you very much. We have covered the items under 6A, B, or C. Item 7 is to set the date for the next meeting. That would be now the 4th Tuesday, pending the full review of private schedules by the committee members. But let's be thinking about the 4th Tuesday, and if that is an issue, please contact Val. Otherwise, we'll assume that we're moving to the 4th Tuesday as our meeting night, and that will be starting in the month of July. Item 8 is to adjourn. Are there any other items to come before the committee? If not, I will accept the motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to adjourn. Ms. Fritz?
Aye.
Ms. Boucher?
Aye.
Mr. Baldinger?
Aye.
Mr. Cox?
Aye.
Mr. Collins?
Aye.
Mr. Girardi?
Aye.
Mr. Mizikar?
Aye.
Mr. Sawyer?
Aye.
Kane, aye. Thank you all for coming out to the site tonight to participate in the site walk and update and for participating in the meeting. We will now adjourn as the building committee and be back at work formally on the 4th Tuesday in July. Thank you very much. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Everyone.